Hundreds of applicants for every job. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, I'm Florian.Heise and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this article from the ABC while discussing just the sad situation of hundreds of applicants applying for white-collar jobs and recruiters saying it's never been this tough. Well, if we have a look here, the unemployment rate according to the ABS is 7.4%. If you look at the Roy Morgan rate, it's a lot higher. I like the underutilization rate that Roy Morgan produces, the combined unemployment and underemployment, which is about 25% of the workforce. And that's not even counting all the JobKeeper people who are on 0 hours. Job advertisements, everyone, they've also taken a hit. They've also taken a hit. You can see here, they plunged. And then they recovered by 40%. 40% in June, but look at that graph. Look how much they still need to climb up. So, it's tough times ahead, everyone. Let's have a look at this. Job applicants near 300 per white-collar vacancy. 300 people per desk job, with recruiters saying it's never been this tough. One of the hardest parts of this week's update to the JobKeeper and JobSeeker policies and the July economic and fiscal updates is news it is only going to get tougher for people to find work for the remainder of the year. I mean, here's the thing, everyone. Jobs are not created by the government. I hate to tell you that. Those aren't real jobs. You want the private sector creating jobs. Because all the government, where they make their money, is they take it out of the economy and just push it somewhere else. You want private people to take the risk to employ someone. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You've got to train them up. There's a whole series of risks associated with it. What if they're useless? What if you have to train them and they just jump ship? What if you bring them on board and they lied about their skills? Or they cause cultural issues in your office? Or they start bullying or harassing other staff members? That exposes you to legal risk as well. What if they're useless and they do everything they can to make the process of getting rid of them difficult? They accuse you of this, that, or the other. You have to give them one warning, another warning, another warning. It's a risky process taking someone on. It's not just something easy, particularly for small to medium businesses. Every dollar you pay someone is a dollar that you don't get yourself. And you have to pay your staff before you pay yourself. Now, this is the thing. These are all the challenges that you face. I would argue that it needs to be easier to get rid of people. I know it's counterintuitive. I know people don't like that. It needs to be easier for people to cut the dead wood, because then it's easier. You're more inclined to take someone on. I've met people in business that won't hire in this country, that outsource everything, because it's just easier, less risk. It's the world we're living in, though. It's the world we're living in. In the space of just a few months, Margaret Ann Oxenham lost her job and her brother due to the pandemic. He got the pandemic and passed away, she told the ABC. We wouldn't have thought I wouldn't be working and this would happen, or who would have thought? She lost her secretarial job when the pandemic struck and has been applying for work ever since. I do like to be busy and I'm not ready to retire, she said. She did finally have some luck landing a job with a legal firm and is due to start next week. Madison McCoy is also looking for work and is on JobSeeker. He was playing Mr. Beauregard in the musical Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when the show abruptly stopped. Being in the arts is going to be tough. That's definitely a luxury. We had to finish in Brisbane because of this, and they sent us back home, and I came back to Sydney, he explained. So I haven't worked since March, like a lot of people. And this is the thing. This is the lesson that a colleague was taught by her parents, why she went into architecture. She wanted to get into music and performance, do architecture as a backup. What's your backup gig as a artist? Mr. McCoy is also a trained accountant. Oh, there you go. What's wrong with him then? He's an accountant. So that is the work he's chasing now. But he said it has been real tough. Accountants, you can do that all remotely, can't you? You can do it all working from home. You may have to do bookkeeping. They charge a lot for what they do. Personally, I'm quite a chipper person, so I can so I can try to find some good from anything that's going on. It's basically how I was raised, he said. But the whole economy, just looking around and having lots of friends who are in dire straits and unable to make ends meet, and not quite sure maybe even where their next meal is coming from. Well, this is why people need to build a reserve. There's no discussion of it, no discussion of an emergency fund. I mean, I never heard the idea of having an emergency fund at school. Or maybe I was just too young and stupid. It was good times. Good times. Australia never had recession. Australia was different. You know, you just buy one property after another. You negative gear it, and then you just pay only the interest. Interest only, guys. The harsh reality now, as the Treasurer put it, is an unemployment rate north of 7%, set to climb over 9%, with a jobless rate that will be more like 11% without JobKeeper. Mark Smith manages people-to-people recruitment and places workers in sales, marketing, customer service and administration roles. He told PM this is the longest downturn in the jobs market he has ever seen. I mean, we haven't had a recession in memory of most of the people in the workforce. This is what it's going to be like, guys. It's going to be tough. He told PM this is the longest downturn he's ever seen. We're basically bumbling along the bottom now and waiting for a turn. Here's the thing. People seem to think we've hit the trough. We've hit the bottom. Do you think we have, guys? Do you think we've hit the bottom now? Or will the bottom really hit when they remove the support mechanisms and the economy hasn't gained the strength to keep lifting? Can they remove the support mechanism? Do you ever think they'll be able to up the cash rate? Do I even need to bother updating my chart? I'll now keep it at this. We'll see how long it sit there, because, you know, October. It's nothing to do with me being lazy. Hundreds of applicants for each job. According to Labour's analysis of the latest ABC job vacancy and job seeker data, there are 13 job hunters for every vacant position across the nation. But Mr. Smith said in the industries where he places workers, it is far worse than that. Now I just skipped above 275 in terms of the average number of applicants that people are receiving, so that's substantial. Nearly 300 people, 275 people. You're never going to be able to go through all those resumes. You're never going to be able to assess that. It's going to have to be luck. This is going to be tough. South Australia, it's now 250. Western Australia, for example, it's about 300 plus, along with Queensland. So Western Australia and Queensland, 300 plus. So people are trying. People are trying. People are worried. You know, 1 in 300 chance. Mark Smith pointed to the biggest problem he believes is preventing job creation: confidence. Well, yeah, of course. You're not gonna take someone on now if you've got no confidence in your business. You're going to do everything you can to avoid taking on that other debt, because it's a burden, guys. Taking on a person is a burden. There's a lot of responsibility there. A lot of stress. He said both job seekers and bosses were lacking it amid the ongoing pandemic. The Business Council of Australia's Chief Executive, Jennifer Westacott, agrees that is the missing ingredient for an economic recovery. And a crucial part of getting confidence back is to demonstrate to the community that we can manage the local outbreaks, she explained. Well, really, is that going to give confidence back? What if your business happens to be in one of those outbreaks? Then, boom, your business is locked down. Okay, you get government support, but it's not going to cover all your costs. You're not going to make any money. The people that you just hired are going to get all their accruals still. We're trying to suppress the spread of this virus. We're trying to manage these local hotspots. We're trying to keep the most vulnerable people safe. In doing that and painting a path for the community about how we open up sections of our economy, and as the health circumstances permit, we will generate that confidence that is so vital to getting the economic activity that we need to generate jobs. Mr. Smith said he, at least, can now point for his own business needs following the government's JobKeeper update earlier this week. It means we can make some decisions now. We're not sitting as a zombie business waiting for something saying, what are we going to do? Now we can plan. So you're a zombie business that's able to plan? Well, what do you think, everyone? This is just the beginning of this recession. Or have we reached the trough? Why are people saying that? Is that just trying to generate confidence? Is it confidence speak? Is it confidence speak? I can't say I'd argue we haven't hit the trough, or we don't know we've hit the trough until the support has been removed and we can stand on our 2 feet. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys. Are you going for jobs now? What is it like out there? How many applicants are you sending out? Are you even hearing back? Are you having to send out more than 10 jobs? 10 job applications? Are you getting, are you still getting that 20% hit rate? As always, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links to Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can use gold from the gold pass from the Perth Mint, buy a merch from HeiseSays, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.